First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I just finished watching Teofimo Lopez versus Jamain Ortiz for the second time. I had to watch it twice because I'm hearing a lot of people say that it was a robbery. A lot of people are saying that Jamain Ortiz won that fight. It was a close fight, definitely. The first time I watched the fight, I had it 8 rounds to 4 for Teofimo Lopez. But then I remembered the first time I saw Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, I had Lomachenko winning that fight. After watching that fight 2 more times, I scored it for Devin Haney 115 to 113. The body shots made the difference. Now, after watching the Teofimo Lopez Jamain Ortiz fight, I have a more clear assessment of the fight. First, let me break down what I seen, what I noticed. Starting with Jamain Ortiz. Jamain Ortiz displayed a lot of movement, a lot of footwork, a nice jab, very good defense, strong, fast. Very, very, very good fighter that could give anybody a tough fight. Teofimo Lopez, what I noticed, his defense has gotten better. It did, because Teofimo Lopez was coming forward and he still slipped a lot of punches. He parried a lot of punches. He dipped and rolled underneath a lot of punches. He turned. He showed some moves in there with his defense. So I'm definitely impressed with Teofimo Lopez's defense. However, Teofimo Lopez still has to work on cutting off the ring. He still has to work on it. He wasn't turning with Jamain Ortiz like he was doing with Lomachenko when he was taking Lomachenko's angles away every time Lomachenko was trying to do the matrix move. But what I will say is that Teofimo Lopez, despite the fact that he wasn't effectively cutting off the ring, Jamain Ortiz, on the other hand, was not getting off with enough counter punches. He wasn't. He was landing a jab here and there, a straight left here and there. He wasn't even landing the right hook, the counter right hook, as much as Sandor Martin did, right? He moved around too much. Teofimo Lopez landed the bigger, stronger, harder punches, right? So with that being said, my final assessment of the fight, I scored it 115 to 113 for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez won this fight. It was a very close fight. There were a lot of close rounds, but Teofimo Lopez won the fight. However, I was not impressed. Teofimo Lopez, from what I noticed, he's at his absolute best when he's fighting somebody who comes towards him, somebody that's going to exchange. Even if they're boxing with him, but someone that's going to throw punches, because Teofimo Lopez is an excellent counterpuncher, especially with the catch and shoot. His endurance is definitely up to par. He was strong all the way through the fight. He didn't show any signs of gassing out whatsoever. But Teofimo Lopez has to work on cutting off the ring, because eventually you fight somebody like Devin Haney or even a Terrence Bud Crawford. Those are guys that are going to box. Terrence Crawford is a bigger, stronger fighter than Teofimo Lopez, but best believe Terrence Crawford is going to box, and he's not going to run. He's going to box. He's going to counterpunch with power. So Teofimo Lopez, being that he's a true student of the game, he said before this fight that he'd been practicing moves from Willie Pep, and I noticed that he did. But Jamain Ortiz is not the type of fighter in which you want to emulate moves from Willie Pep. That's something that you want to do against somebody that's coming at you. Against Jamain Ortiz, Teofimo Lopez should study guys like Roberto Duran, guys like Canelo Alvarez, Julio Cesar Chavez, Miguel Cotto. Those are guys that knew how to cut the ring off. Those are guys that knew how to come forward. Look at Canelo Alvarez. He fought somebody that did not want to engage against Jamel Charlo. Canelo did not get the stoppage, but he dominated the fight. He fought against Billy Joe Saunders, who was running around the ring. Canelo dominated the fight. Even the fight with Landy Lara, a lot of people feel Lara won that fight, but Canelo stepped his game up since that fight as far as cutting off the ring. So Teofimo Lopez, like I said before, has all the natural ability in the world to improve. He's just going to have to come to reality that it's time to step up his game and learn new things, because fighters are now going to feel like the blueprint to beat Teofimo Lopez is to move around and have him come forward. So with that being said, all he has to do is get back in the lab, work on cutting off the ring, and continue to improve where he's improving upon. Teofimo Lopez won that fight. Boxing fans are very fickle. Then you have a lot of boxing channels that are getting paid by Bill Haney to push his narrative. Now, when Shakur Stevenson fought with Edwin De Los Santos, and he fought in that similar manner as Jamain Ortiz, everybody gave him criticism. Everybody gave Shakur Stevenson crap, right? Jamain Ortiz fought damn near the same type of fight that Shakur Stevenson did. But the difference is, Teofimo did more than Edwin De Los Santos. Neither of those two fighters landed a lot of punches, because both Teofimo and Jamain Ortiz displayed a lot of defense. Jamain Ortiz with his footwork, Teofimo with his head movement, and with catching and parrying punches. So Edwin De Los Santos came forward against Shakur Stevenson, but he didn't do enough. He wasn't even trying to engage. So Shakur Stevenson won that fight. But Teofimo Lopez, unlike Edwin De Los Santos, he pressed the action. He swung for the fences. It didn't look pretty, but he won that fight. It's not easy to beat a fighter that's going in there just looking to run around and survive. But to be on the highest level, you do have to learn how to deal with those types of fighters. But like I said before, Teofimo Lopez won that fight. So with that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing, I'm out.